I'm back with a hair update, and I normally don't do random hair updates throughout the months because I don't normally experience much change anymore in my lock journey. My locks are very mature now. I am 6 years and 3 months locked. However, there are some things that I did that I wanted to talk about, and some experiences that I had that I wanted to talk about, so that's why I'm making this video. As you can see, my hair color is different. I was really tired of that faded red look that I had, even though a lot of people liked it. I mean, it was pretty. I did think that it looked nice on me. However, I was ready for something new, something fresh. That's where I felt in here. So it wasn't so much about the look of it that I didn't like, but I just needed a little change, you know. But yeah, so I used a mixture of some stuff that I already had at home. I already had some extra bottles. I used and I still have one bottle left. I used Adore Crimson, and I mixed it with Adore Paprika. I don't have any more paprika, unfortunately. I really like the paprika. I think I will go to that again. This red, I mean, well, not this red, but the red by itself, the crimson by itself, is super bright. If you remember, I believe in January or so is when I first used crimson, I think, and it was really bright. And I mean, it looks nice, but I think that it was too much for my skin tone, so that's why I wanted to mix it with the paprika, which was a more of a brown cinnamony color. So I feel like that toned it down a bit, but just a bit. I like it, but I think the next color that I go to is gonna be more of a burgundy, purple kind of. We'll see. We'll see. It won't be for a while, so yeah, don't worry about that. And yeah, I did say that in my 6th year lock anniversary video, I mentioned that I'm not gonna color my hair anymore for the year. I guess that was a half truth. I colored my hair, but I'm still I still am growing out my roots. I didn't want to lift my roots yet. I would like to see how much hair growth that I get in a year, or at least how much black I can get in a year, because I don't want to see how much hair growth, because at the end of the day, with shrinkage of locking, I'm never gonna really see how much growth I get. So, but I would like to see how much black roots I can get in a year. So yeah, in January I'll check it out, measure it, maybe make a video, and then color it again. Because I love black locks, but I'm just not ready. I'm not ready yet. I want to color my hair black, but I'm just not there yet. And I know semi-permanent black rinses take forever to fade out. I mean, I only know that because Ty, y'all remember my friend Ty. Hey Ty, hey Ty. She used a black rinse, and she told me that that was in her hair for like a year, and that's a long time. That's a long time. I don't want to commit to that. You know, once you go black, it's really hard to go back. But I mean, especially if you're using a permanent dye, that's why I recommend you guys, if you don't want to keep your hair black forever, or if you don't even want to grow it out or whatever, don't use black dye. Just use a semi-permanent, and eventually it'll fade eventually. But if you want to go back to blonde or back to red or whatever color after using black, it's gonna be really difficult, and I really can't advise you on how to do it. I would recommend that you go to a professional hair colorist at that point, because yeah, that's when all that bleaching and all that comes into play. I don't know anything about that. All I know about is using blonde dyes, which obviously have a smaller amount of bleach inside of it, and you're just not gonna get the right results. Anyway, that's nothing to do with me. Okay, so prior to coloring my hair, I wanted to do like a really deep cleanse, and I decided that, okay, I'm gonna take a soak in the bath, and what I'm gonna do is put like a bunch of stuff in the bath. I put some pink Himalayan sea salt. I put some apple cider vinegar. I put a few drops of different essential oils like lavender and eucalyptus and peppermint, and what else did I put in there? I think that might be it, but I submerged my entire body in that soak, and it was everything. It was everything. For those of you who don't know, pink Himalayan sea salt soaks are really, really good for spiritual cleanses. So a lot like sage, a lot like how sage is good for cleansing the home and the space, soaking in pink Himalayan sea salt is really good for cleansing your body physically and mentally and spiritually as well. So that's what I did, and I noticed the water came out like with a tint, and I figured that was like the remainder of my hair color that was in from before that faded really badly. But other than the tint, it was still pretty see-through. Like, the reason why I don't do like ACV rinses and stuff like that is because I do rinse my hair with semi-permanent color, and that will encourage your hair to fade and bleed. So that's why I don't do that. But since I knew I was going to color my hair again, I didn't have a problem doing it this time in my soak. So that was nice. And my hair did feel lighter. I made sure to, when I was in the soak, I made sure to, you know, really massage it and get it in there, since I knew I was going to be having apple cider vinegar in my hair for a long, long time, since I was planning on rinsing it again, dyeing it, semi-permanent dyeing it again. I hope I'm making sense. I'm talking really fast. I'm trying to hurry up because it's hot in my room and I want to turn the fan back on. So yeah, so that was really, really good. I felt amazing coming out of that. So obviously I bathed after that because my whole body was in the water. So I think the next day or maybe 2 days later, I went ahead and did the Adore rinses, crimson and paprika, and this is the color that I have now. And I wanted to come through and show you guys. Anything else? I haven't married anymore. People have been asking about my married locks. They're coming along very well, but sometimes the clips that I use to keep them together, sometimes they come off, and then sometimes they start to unravel a bit, but for the most part they're locking and marrying into one lock. I trimmed, I think I trimmed 3. Not in the past 3 months since I've done my last video, but I remember that I don't think I mentioned in my 6-year update, but in the past maybe year, I think I trimmed about 3 locks. And that's because like some of them were just looking straggly and raggedy. Did you see my video on how to cure like the thinning in your locks? Check that video out if you haven't seen it already, when you put the knots in it. Yeah, so I didn't want to do that with the locks that I saw, because I felt like I would have had to put too many knots, and I just didn't think that I would have liked the way it looked. So I just said, you know what, let me trim this and see how it feels, and it felt good. It felt good. So for a while I was afraid of just putting a scissors to my hair, because I just, you know, I'm length obsessed a bit. I am. But I decided that it's not that important. What's most important is that the hair that I do have looks healthy, so I trimmed it. And I think I'll feel comfortable trimming more in the future, especially as my hair gets even longer. Because at this point I think I want to maintain like tailbone length once I get there, and I'm working my way towards waist length. Some of them are there. Most of my hair is mid-back length at this point, but I got some waist going on, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I've been talking long enough. I'm starting to sweat. I need to put this fan back on. Yeah, so one last thing, I guess. I encourage you, if you are going through stressful times, whether it's internal or external, I encourage you to definitely deep cleanse your hair. Maybe that means go into the ocean and wash your hair in the ocean water. Just nature. Something about nature makes me feel so good. Like just being out in the sun, getting recharged by the sun, and the water recharges you as well. And that's part of the reason why that I did felt so good. Water charges me so much. So if you're feeling like, you know, overwhelmed and stressed and just out of control, I know a lot of you want to just take a scissors to your hair, but you know, you put so much work into your hair, you put so much time and effort, and you don't, you may not want to really cut your hair off. You may only feel like that right now because of what you're going through, but instead of cutting your hair off, you can deep cleanse and get in touch with nature when you're doing it. Whether that means just drying your hair out in the sun, just sunbathing, get that vitamin D, soaking in the tub. Imagine you're in a lake or something, a spring. I don't know. Yeah, because I found it very helpful for me. I think I'm done talking now. Okay, I'll show you my hair and then I'm gonna get out of here. My waist is right here. See? Thanks for watching. Love, light, and locks.